If you ever thought the iPhone 7 was too thin at 7.3mm, then think again. This phone, 5.2mm. Hey guys, this is Ryan Thomas with Failtech, and this is the Moto Z. The Z came out in September of 2016, which doesn't make it too old. You can pick one of these bad boys up for £350 on Amazon, which sounds like a lot, but just wait till you hear the specs. The design of this phone is crazy yet controversial. It's a super thin device with a large camera bump because you're not going to get all that camera hardware into a skinny device. And you get metal and glass everywhere. And this is a testament to just how far the smartphone industry has come in terms of using quality materials and excellent manufacturing processes that come to the new phones. Though the fact that the fingerprint scanner doesn't double as a home button baffles me. You do get software capacitive buttons, the hardware button. The fingerprint scanner is not a home button, and it's annoying as hell. All the buttons are in software. That thing at the bottom isn't a button, it's just a scanner, which kind of makes you wonder why they put it on the front and not on the back. Apart from the fact that you have to install mods on the back, just leave that for a minute. The screen on this device is impressive for the price. Scratch that, it's impressive full stop. It's a 5.5-inch 1440p AMOLED display, which just looks stunning. It's not incredibly saturated, so I do actually prefer the Samsung panel, even though it's the same specification. It didn't seem to pop as much for me, but it is incredibly sharp, has great contrast and black levels thanks to that OLED technology. The screen gets nice and bright outside and it gives you a great experience, but I do believe the Samsung panels are a little bit better. But it is better than 90% of phones. That includes iPhones and most LG phones, because IPS displays, in my opinion, aren't quite as good on a phone compared to OLED panels, which is why I think this display is one of the best on any smartphone. So using this screen for consuming media, reading small text, and using that camera, all fantastic. Talking of that camera, it's a 13 megapixel sensor with f1.8 glass and the ability to shoot UHD video at 30 FPS. It has impressively optical image stabilization, which along with the f1.8 aperture makes low light performance really good. And it's crazy to see these kinds of specs in a phone this thin. I mean, yes, the camera bump is big, but these specs are amazing. The design of the camera bump with its dual tone flash is one that I like, and I think it looks really uniform and clean, just all kind of in one place. It's really impressive, and it's an impressive camera itself and moves away from Motorola's bad past of bad cameras. This thing does seem to rival the S7 and the iPhone 7, which is really nice, and it's got a nice open aperture with good low light as well, which definitely smokes the OnePlus 3T, which is a similar price to this thing. So already on the OnePlus 3T you have a better screen and a better camera. That's impressive. The secondary camera is a rather decent 5 megapixel affair with f2.2 glass and the ability to shoot 1080p video. Pretty standard, but its real party trick is that it has a front flash, a proper one, not just a screen flash, an actual front flash. How cool is that? Okay, maybe that's just me, but I think it looks cool and I think it works pretty well, so there you go. Yeah, you can mock me as much as you want. I'll be honest, I didn't realise just how much of a beast this thing was until the other day when I saw it and Callum brought it around. 4GB of RAM with a Snapdragon 820 and either 32 or 64 gigs of internal storage with microSD expansion. That Snapdragon 820 is a quad-core chip clocked at 1.8 GHz and runs through any task with ease. Games, video, social media, you name it, the 820 runs through it like a field of wheat. But really, this thing is a monster for performance and will hold up for years to come. And the ability to throw all of your media, aside from games and apps, onto a microSD card, well, that's fantastic. And I really do think Motorola has gone the extra mile in terms of its performance specs. The software that runs on this bad boy is fantastic. It's close to stock Android 7.0 Nougat, which is solid. It's so close to stock with the added bonus of Motorola gesture features like the swiping over the device with your palm to show notifications, which is my favorite feature. Along with this, you do get the fantastically stock experience. So no real bloat, and the skin looks really clean. The software skin is basically non-existent, and so it's close to a stock in terms of how it looks, which in my opinion is the best way to run Android. Maybe you think that Samsung or LG or HTC does a better skin, but I personally believe that the stock software is the best looking software on Android. The battery life of this device seems pretty good, getting a full day for new owner Kelsey with absolutely no problem whatsoever, so I'm guessing that he's getting around 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, if not a little bit more. The cell itself is a 2600 mAh battery, which is tiny, but thinking about how thin this device is for a second, that doesn't seem tiny at all. That seems like a considerably large battery for a phone this thin. The single speaker on this device is fantastic, top front mounted affair that outputs clearly and is a good volume too. This by all accounts is a fantastic speaker setup. Kudos to Motorola, but it's nothing on the Nexus 6 unfortunately. Motorola ditched the headphone jack before it was cool, so you just have a Type-C connector and a magnetic connector for the Moto mods, which are these add-ons you can get like a camera, a battery pack, a projector. They're gimmicky and expensive and I'm not a huge fan, but if that's the thing that you want to go for, then by all means go for it, because this is a modular smartphone at the end of the day and you can add bits to your phone. I really do like the look of the projector, that kind of looks like a really cool feature, and I do like the big speaker that you can put on it. I believe JBL does a version. I really do like the idea, but if it was me, I don't think I'd buy Moto mods because they seem expensive and add quite a bit of bulk to your phone. I would personally just go for the phone itself. The fingerprint scanner on this device is quick and accurate and is placed on the front, but why could they have not made this a button? This really bugged me. I said in my script that this kind of bugged me. No, this really bugged me. I wish it was a home button too, but Kelsey doesn't mind and he's the owner, so I mean, there you go. The Moto mods are the main thing for this device and they look really cool but seem gimmicky, though I do like the inclusion of microSD expansion, front flash and the speaker too. It's quite a featureful device and it has stock software too, which is something that's very rare. In conclusion, the Moto Z holds up well in 2017 with some solid features and great specs. I would recommend going for the Force though, for the slightly bigger battery. I really do like this device. It's a unique and excellently designed and put together phone. I would definitely recommend it to all of you who want to go for maybe a little bit of a different phone, maybe not your standard Samsung or HTC or even iPhones. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please do like or dislike this video reflecting your thoughts, and leave a comment below as well describing what you want what you want to see from me, or maybe just talking about the phone. Please subscribe if you're new around here to never miss a new video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.